Hi. While you're here with me, could you do something for me? Take your left pinky and take it between your index and thumb fingers. Massage it like this. Just steady pressure, slow, steady pressure, manipulating it back and forth. That's the end of your heart meridian. Your heart meridian, it's one of several meridians. Each organ has a meridian. It's part of traditional Chinese medicine. Why? Well, I'd do it for you. I'd reach through the screen. But this is the next best thing. You think I'm here to hypnotize you? You think I'm here to hypnotize you? Well, think of me as someone you like. Would someone you like try to hypnotize you? Loaded question. Okay. In reality, there are common misconceptions about hypnosis. Hypnosis is not about staring into swirling lines, flashing colors, or bright objects. It's not about going to sleep, and you're already in a trance. All good communication is hypnotic. Any communication that requires you go inside and access the power of your imagination, in order to understand what is being said, is hypnotic. Ideas that speak directly to your neural pathways are hypnotic. Non-hypnotic language is specific, like, for example, if I were to say to you, the reason you should go out with me is because I'm a handsome guy. And I'm lots of fun to be with. And I take good vacations. Yeah, baby. You like that? Of course you do. It's too blah. It doesn't reach your unconscious. But if I were vague, if I were to say, I don't know what it is you do when you go inside and you discover you really desire someone, and you know that being with them in that special way is what you really want, because you find yourself looking forward to it. You imagine being together with them exactly the way you want, to feeling all the things you really want to feel, for all the reasons that make sense to you. And I tell you something, when I'm with someone like that, and they really start to see the possibilities of having that with me, what a difference in the way they think, the kind of things you just find yourself compelled to do. Now, that has a much different impact, doesn't it? And the other thing about hypnosis is it teaches people to acquire incredible new and wonderful states of consciousness. For instance, how many good feelings do you have? Most people don't know how to build new states of consciousness. And that just really feel wonderful. For example, I don't know if you are the kind of person who can feel well, my friend was telling me that when she was a little girl, maybe 6 or 7 years old, and you were all snuggled up and warm, you had your favorite blanket or your favorite bear, you started to drift in that soft, warm, cotton cloud of a sleep. You were so relaxed that you didn't know if you were pushing it down on the mattress or the mattress was pushing up against you. You began to dream of that ideal person you'd one day give your heart to. It was like, at that moment, you could feel that love flooding through your heart. It was like at that moment, you fell in love with this person. And maybe through all the disappointments, the letdowns, and it felt like still somewhere in the heart of that little girl was that love for that special person. And what it would feel like for a person to just suddenly find that love being absolutely released in a flood, and knowing that you at last had found someone who was worthy of giving it to. But what if in addition to that you could also ever look at a really attractive stranger, thought to yourself, yum, what if besides the love in the heart of that little girl, you could also feel that yum? Or you ever just so exceeded your own expectations and done so extremely well, you thought to yourself, yes, what if in addition to the love in the heart of a little girl, and the yum and the yes, you could also feel that sense of just being in your presence was a gift to the people around you, because you felt so good that just being around you helped other people to feel wonderful. I mean, what if there was a person who was so special that just hearing this person's voice, sometimes even if you weren't around, you'd hear it in that special place. Just hearing this voice was an invitation to step into a whole new world of new thoughts, new sensations, new feelings, in such a way that it was almost like you had to create an opening for this special person. An opening for this voice that just allowed this voice, this person to come inside so deeply. It's like, when I focus on those feelings, I feel them building. It's like that wonderful sense of total surrender. Something so magnetic, you have to go with it. I think some people wouldn't even know that's what took place until pleasure games. Irresistible.